Yeah, so anyway, Dark Void is made, I think it's the people who made its first project, I'm not sure. It's running on the Unreal Engine and it came out a few days ago. Basically it's about sort of air combat and it's like Iron Man but different. Anyway, this is my review for it, yeah. Now, gameplay in Dark Void is I'll do the start and then I'll do after like halfway. Now, the start of Dark Void is basically like sort of like Uncharted 2, except probably not as good. It's like you're taking cover, you're shooting people, you know, you're popping out. It's better than Gears of War, put it that way. And it's fine, I mean, and there are some interesting bits like there's this vertical cover where you like I'll show you a video. You know, it's hard to explain, and that's all good. You know, it's fun shooting people. It's fun upgrading your guns until you get up to about the second episode. Halfway through the second episode, they have episodes, by the way. I'm not sure why, and you start doing all these flying missions. And the flying missions are fucking tedious, okay? I'll go get my piece of paper and tell you about these frickin' flying missions. Okay, give me a sec. Now, anyway, this is frickin' gay as flying missions. They're tedious. You fly around, you shoot UFOs, you can hijack them. Oh wow. You can also fly ships, but it's frickin' gay because it's so hard to kill these UFOs. You're flying around like and like shit. There's a retarded save system. It's really gay, and also checkpoint system. Like you'll do this thing. You'll be going for about 15 minutes, then you'll die. This is mainly in the air combat missions. And then you'll go back about 15 minutes before. And anyway, there's sort of lame weapons, you know? Like, okay, I'll take you through the weapons. There are 6. There's an assault rifle, like plasma pistol from Halo, wannabe gravity gun, that half-assed piece of shit. There's what else? There's a sniper rifle. Sort of like the thing from Black Site, the big gun from Black Site, and then there's this other one that I forgot about because I really didn't like this game. But anyway, there's stupid environment hazards like waist high water. Have you ever seen someone get killed by waist high water? Like literally, you just touch it and then he goes poof and falls over. It's so fucking gay. And yeah, it's the upgrade system gets boring. Just they eventually stop using the vertical cover, which is a shame because I like the vertical cover. And the air combat is gay, just so gay. Yeah. Anyway, that's the gameplay. Just Okay, so now graphics. Graphics are running on the Unreal Engine, which I don't like, but you know, there have been some good uses of the Unreal Engine, for example, BioShock, Gears of War, and Arkham Asylum, but this is probably a good example why I don't like the Unreal Engine. You see, there's blurry textures. Like when you get up close to the textures, they're blurry, and a lot of the time the visuals is just murky, you know. I felt like it's so disgusting, all the murky things. The textures some of the textures are low res. I mean, it's a big environment, but still, that some of them pretty freaking low res, 2D. And the ragdoll physics are insanely spaz. These are the most spaz ragdoll physics I've ever seen. Like, I've seen better ragdoll physics on PSP than these shitty ragdoll physics. Like, you're not even sure if the enemies are dead half the time because they're having a seizure on the ground after you kill them. Even when you shoot off their limbs or something, they still have a spaz. And anyway, I like the art style. You know, it's cool, the grey and blue, but it eventually gets a bit repetitive. The art styles can get repetitive, believe it or not. Same with the Void. Like when you first come into the Void, you're like, oh, that's cool. But after a little bit, you're like, oh, this is gay. But yeah. Some of the visuals are okay. The character models are okay. The blood effects are nice. And yeah. Now the story in Dark Void, I guess, it's like the campaign. It starts off good, and then it ends, well, like through the middle, it's pretty lame. Like I heard something from one guy, like some thing, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And a little at the start, it sounded okay, but then it got a bit like bullshitty, like stupid frickin' things started happening. I eventually it was just aliens gonna take over the world, and the voice acting's okay. I think the guy that does Nathan Drake is playing the main character. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. And yeah, they're all okay voice actors, but the story just wasn't that great, and the characters weren't that great, and really, yeah, it wasn't that interesting. Okay, now if for whatever reason you're curious about Dark Void, just get it out, I guess. Like, just only if you want to play the first part. I don't recommend the second part at all. But anyway, it's not a great game. It has some interesting ideas, but they're not well executed. And really, I don't recommend this game at all. It's terrible.